Hello, y'all. Wow, that was exciting. Hi, y'all. Hello, y'all. Welcome to Jackalope Tales, Urban Legends and Music, where we uncover, is it real or is it a jackalope tale? I'm your host, Charles Mooney.
And I'm Lisa Umbarger. And Charles and I are founding members of the Toadies. And now we're podcasting.
Yes, and we are having a blast of talking about dead DJs.
Man, yeah, I don't really dislike DJs. I'm not like the Smiths where it's like hang the DJ kind of thing.
Yeah.
But some of them are kind of swarmy.
Yes, I know. I can't get into the DJ thing much anymore. I mean, they were really prominent. You really got to know the DJs back in the old days with the local radio we had here. And it's like some of them you knew would play the music you like to hear. But it's
now
like
everything's canned and they don't have a choice and their personalities don't come through in the music.
No, it's what they've been told to play. There's no personality aspect anymore. And then if I hear them try to do those skits, it just seems stupid.
Right. It's not about music anymore. It's kind of like MTV. Everything has gotten away from the music. Everything.
Right. Now, one band you went to see recently that is way into the music.
Man,
Amyl and the Sniffers.
Amyl and the Sniffers. Holy cow. So last week I had the freaking honor of seeing this band.
Yeah.
And we've done some reaction videos.
Right.
Never seen them live. Holy shit.
Love
man.
the videos we watch for the reaction because I mean that girl's freaking energy is,
and I knew they were going to have that kind of energy just by watching the videos, or I thought that they would. Yeah. I could never even come close to describing.
Wow. And you've said that they're going to be the next big thing. Because, I mean, it's like, even on that game Fortnite, they have put an Amyl and the Sniffers on there. And it's like,
if they're not the next big thing, I don't know what is.
Now, was it when you saw them live? She's the one in the videos that's always going bonkers.
Yeah.
Was the rest of the band just kind of standing back?
Oh, yeah.
She is the whole focus
she's the
of
show.
the show.
She is the show. Amy's the show. But her band is amazing.
Yeah.
The band is good. And I can't even explain how freaking magical it was. It was mesmerizing and awesome. Her interaction with the audience was really sweet.
Really?
Yeah. So she has good rapport with the audience, and I thought that was really cool because I didn't expect that.
Now I would expect her to be more in your face.
Yeah, either in your face or like off,
okay,
like pushing yourself away.
Right.
So she wasn't. She was totally a part of the whole thing. Totally invited you in, made you feel welcome and what they were doing. And there was a lot of old people like me, but there were kids there too, like little kids.
Damn.
And I was like, okay, this is
mix.
Pretty freaking cool. Is it House of Blues in Dallas?
Yeah.
And it was amazing. I can't even explain it. I left that night and I was like speechless.
Wow. And I'm sure you went in with an expectation of it's going to be a good show.
Yeah,
and then it even surpassed that.
And I knew some of their songs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I had like all of their records and I was a super fan by any means. I am now.
Have you gone and listened to some of the albums now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was just kind of magical. The way that she works the audience, there's those people that have that kind of charisma that get in front of an audience and just, you're like, oh, they have that something. She is that.
Wow. That's cool.
And it was amazing.
Yeah. I haven't heard you that excited about a show
I
in
have
a
not
while.
Been that excited about someone who's new.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the old bands that I've gone back to see, have been excited to see them. Like when I saw Jane's Addiction.
Yeah.
Right. But this is the first new band where I'm going, the Idols were great.
Yeah.
I really love seeing the Idols, but Animal and the Sniffers was
Man, there was more of a
next
connection.
level.
Yeah.
And I thought Idol's connected because they were in the audience, but
Mhm.
there's something that's very authentic about the
Wow.
music that they're doing. Even though the words of their song, you listen to the words, and it's like, it's whatever. It's
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Some of them are funny and cheeky, but there's just something the way that they connect with the audience, the whole band
Man.
that connects. It was just really amazing.
Wow.
I was so happy to be there. I can't even tell you. And I
Damn.
was super tired that night. It was a Friday, and you get off of work, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like whatever.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'm like, give me caffeine. I can hardly stand it. And
Yeah.
but yeah, it was great.
Wow.
So
Very cool experience.
they're still on tour. If you can get out and see Amyl and the Sniffers, holy fuck,
Damn.
you will never regret this.
Wow. Okay. Well,
So good.
damn. Next time they come around.
So good.
Ah, well, cool. Well, now we're going to talk about dead DJs.
Yay!
So,
speaking of not regretting anything.
yeah. Yes, I am talking about the good old Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Golly. He, I mean, I just remember him always being the talk of like American Top 40.
Did you listen to American Top 40 when you were a kid?
Yeah, I did. And he had his own show on like, it may have been Saturday mornings or something like that.
Where he started playing videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And had live.
Yeah. But he started American Top 40 in 1970. Way back when.
Right.
But he had this warm, unmistakable voice, and then he had his long distance dedications.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
And those were legendary. And then if you didn't know, he was the voice, which blows my mind, of Shaggy in Scooby-Doo.
What?
You didn't know?
I didn't know
He was the voice of Shaggy. And I mean, he had this super wholesome public persona, kind of like he was everyone's radio dad.
Right. He was super squeaky clean white dude.
Oh, yeah. Always wore like a sweater vest.
Drank milk from a goblet.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, and he raised the dead and cured the lepers. Yeah. He was
so weird.
But sadly, in the late 2000s, he began suffering from Parkinson's disease.
Right.
Now, that later developed into Lewy body dementia, which is a brutal degenerative condition that affects the brain. Now, the story about Casey, I'm going to kind of talk some about pre-mortem and post-mortem because there is some crazy stuff that happened in both aspects.
Ooh.
Now, as his health declined, control over his care became a source of major conflict between his second wife, Jean Kasem, and his children from his first marriage. And the main daughter, Carrie Kasem, she was the one that kind of led the whole family, the kids situation.
Okay.
She was kind of like the spokesperson. Now, in fact, when I was reading stuff about Jean Kasem, the second wife, I pulled up images of her. She's one of those where you're like, oh, God, she just married him for money.
Was she like super young?
Oh, I mean, young, but then just tall, blonde. I mean, boobs hanging out. Yeah. And all this stuff. So really fake looking.
It was because he would talk like Shaggy. You talk like Shaggy to me.
Hey, Scoob. Yeah. But the family war began before he died. Kasem's kids accused Jean of isolating him from them, denying visits, and mismanaging his care. And Jean claimed the children were only after his money, which she controlled via a power of attorney. Already kind of lining up to be bad. It turned into a full-on public and legal war. The kids protested outside Casey's house.
They protested, but they had little signs and shit?
Yes, they held signs. One sign said, "Let Casey see his kids," because she was keeping them away. The wife was. In 2014, when daughter Carrie was she was granted temporary conservatorship after a lengthy court battle, Casey vanished. Jean had removed him from a medical facility and had taken him on the run. So,
like Weekend at Bernie's.
It really is. First, they went to Las Vegas, then to Arizona, and then finally to Washington State, where she reportedly kept him in a private home against medical advice. And then a judge ordered a welfare check, and when they found Casey Kasem, he was in very poor health, bedridden, and had bed sores.
Wow. See, Jean's actions really make me think that she's the evil one.
Oh, just looking at her, you feel like she's the evil one. Now, Casey did die on June 15, 2014 at the age of 82, and it was from complications of sepsis, which was caused by the infected bed sores. So it wasn't even...
She killed him.
But that's not where all this ends.
Who wants to die from an infected bed sore?
Isn't that just this?
Gross.
Oh, what a way to go out. I know. But after his death, I mean, the drama got even to another level. Jean refused to allow an autopsy. Then Carrie filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Jean, alleging elder abuse and neglect. And at that point, Jean then removed Casey's body from the funeral home and flew it to Norway. Weekend at Bernie's. I mean,
what the hell?
She hid the body in Oslo for months.
Why Norway?
Well, Jean claimed that Casey had Norwegian heritage and wished to be buried there, but there were no known ties to Norway.
And she's like, a Viking burial, and she set it on a lake and set a funeral pyre.
Put him in a boat and lit it as it crosses the water. But the U.S. State Department and the Norwegian government got involved with this. And his body wasn't buried until December 2014.
Wait, when did he die?
That was 6 months after his death. So basically just carting the body around.
Okay, so it seems like someone would have gotten involved when she's getting on a plane with a body. And now I know it's probably in the bay. It's checked luggage.
Yeah.
I don't know. Checked coffin. Yeah. I don't even know. Like, did she fly private? Or like moving a dead body around cannot be that easy. And then moving it from the United States to Norway.
Yeah. Or if you just go on a cheap airline like Spirit, no one ever knows you're dead.
It's a great place to fly.
Oh,
dead bodies,
there you
right?
go.
Don't they own those Halloween stores?
Yeah.
It's an airline and Halloween stores.
Oh, instead of peanuts, you get a coupon for Spirit store.
But yeah, I mean, it seems like you'd have to fill out a certain kind of paperwork.
Doesn't it? I mean, unless she just put him in a bag, I don't know.
A bag,
like a
Samsonite.
She's the kind that, or Gucci or Louis Vuitton body bag.
Yeah, fancy Gucci body bag.
Because who's gonna get into a Gucci?
Right. It's like,
yeah. So, but in 2015, right after he passed away, both sides sued each other. The kids accused Jean of wrongful death, and Jean sued the kids for harassment, slander, and conspiracy. The lawsuits dragged on for years and were eventually dismissed or settled privately. Now, some of the strange details that happened during all this.
Yeah.
Jean once threw raw hamburger meat at Carrie and screamed, "In the name of King David." I don't know what that means, but And so
I'm gonna do that.
But
like
yeah,
it.
so after his death, Casey's body was allegedly moved multiple times. And there were even 3 funeral services in different locations for him, and none were ever attended by both sides of the family.
That is.
And to this day, Jean still maintains she did nothing wrong.
So that's really sad because he was so beloved.
Right.
That he didn't get a proper burial and a proper send off.
It's blasphemy.
I think so.
Yeah, because I know I couldn't help but think about Weekend at Bernie's where she just put sunglasses on him and who knows. But
and why did the courts okay, obviously this woman has some nefarious reasons. I mean, it's really kind of obvious by her behavior. Why did the kids have to even spend so much money fighting
isn't
against
that the sickest?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she was given power of attorney. She had all the legal authority.
Yeah, but at some
him.
point, it should be easy to prove that she's a lunatic, and taking his body to Norway should have just like made her go. That should have been it. Goodbye.
It shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Goodbye, crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Give the kid back their dad.
Oh, I know. But she supposedly stole the body out of the funeral.
Is she still alive?
I think she is.
When she dies, we need to move her body all around so it can't settle.
Yeah, and
but take it to horrible places.
And in fact, she's the kind that now has the major plastic surgery where she had the natural look before. Now it's
so she won't recycle.
No, not at all. No.
So yeah, she won't recycle. So we need to like take her to different places. Oh, you know what? So let's get a guide. Take her up on a mountain.
Yeah.
And just leave her there because they don't ever move the bodies. They can just leave her. And she'll be like a landmark. You know?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Turn right at the 2 giant tatas in a leopard skin shirt.
The landmark. I love it. Yep. Okay.
You know, like green boots.
Yeah.
That's one of the landmarks. Have you not seen that one?
No.
Yeah, I'm never gonna go. Yeah, I'm not. What is that mountain? Now I can't even think of the mountain that you hike. The highest mountain where you have to get the
in America.
No.
Oh.
It's the Himalayan mountain.
Oh.
Mount.
Oh. Not Everest or anything. I don't know.
Yes, maybe it is Everest.
Is it Mount Everest?
Yes.
With green boots?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll have to show you green boots. In fact, I think that just last year, oh God, I'm going to bore everybody. they're trying to get green boots family is trying to get them down.
What?
Yeah. It's sad that once you die on the mountain, you can't. You have to stay there because it's too dangerous to go and get your body.
Wow.
Or for people to bring you down.
Holy shit.
I mean, if it's a high mountain, can't you just throw them off the mountain?
No, just make your last act.
Yeah, just push dive. Them. And then you go to the bottom and gather them up and go, they didn't make it.
But at least you'd have the body.
Right.
Oh. I don't know, though.
Do you need a body? I mean, do you ever really get closure if you know, like, Dad's up on that mountain? He was doing what he loved.
I know.
You can say that and you'll get,
he
was doing what he loved, but we never did bury him. Now, now he's kind of like
someone moves his arm and points it to the left.
Right. He's like the big giant ball of yarn that's in Wyoming. That's a landmark, some kind of weird.
Wow. But to become a landmark, that's kind of cool.
But your frozen dead body that actually is a marker of your failure, your greatest failure. For everyone to see and know you didn't make it.
That would be great to like take some joke glasses with a fake nose and a mustache on and decorate him however you want.
Or put fail signs.
Okay, green boots. I'm looking it up.
Dang it. All right, I got one. Speaking of green boots, God dang, I went off on a tangent again.
Oh, that was a good
apologize.
tangent, though. Yeah.
It
was very National Geographic.
I know, right? It totally is National Geographic. Alan Berg.
Yeah.
The murder of Alan Berg is pretty tragic, and it's a significant event in American history because of the context of political extremism and hate crime.
Okay.
Crimes in the United States.
Yeah.
So who was Alan Berg? Most people don't know who he is, except that you probably know him contextually by movies and stuff. So we'll get into that.
Okay.
But Alan Berg was a Jewish talk show host in Denver, Colorado, known for being outspoken and combative.
Now, was he pre-Howard Stern?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way before.
Yeah. I mean, this guy was like, he was not taking shit. He was just like trying to stir it.
Yeah. That was his thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had really strong liberal views, and, these yahoos in Denver would call in, and he would just hammer them because he was a smart guy.
Yeah.
So he was really hard to argue with, and he would just piss him off because they go, well, because my cousin Lester said, and he's like, fuck your cousin Lester. Dumb little wackadoodle. Anyway, but he would come back, and he had facts. He was a smart guy. He knew a lot about politics, and he was really good at arguing politics.
Okay.
So he was born in 1934. He was a former attorney.
Whoa. Okay.
That's why he was really good at
the
giving
arguments
back.
Down. Yeah.
Can you imagine? God, that would be so awesome to hear.
Oh, man.
Because I haven't heard any of his like tiny little snippets.
Yeah.
But I would probably listen to that if it was on the radio right now, just to stir people up.
Oh, yeah.
But he transitioned into radio from an attorney, and his controversial figure was due to his willingness to go in and challenge right-wing and racist callers, which were most of his callers. So people were calling to hear him totally undress these dumbasses who would call up and go, I like guns. And he'd go, pew, pew. Anyway, I don't know what he did. But anyway, he would totally just embarrass them. Because it's an attorney.
A smart attorney.
A smart attorney arguing with a guy who's making moonshine.
Yeah.
Right? His
like
show,
fish in a barrel.
I know, right?
Yep.
So his show aired on KOA radio and drew both loyal fans and fierce critics. So on the evening of June 18th, 1984, Alan Berg was gunned down in the driveway of his Denver home.
Damn.
He had just returned from dinner with his ex-wife. Oh, that's sweet.
Wow.
He's going to dinner with his ex-wife.
Now that's interesting. Okay.
And he was ambushed by at least two gunmen wielding MAC-10 submachine guns.
Oh.
So it wasn't even just like pistols or anything.
No, they wanted him dead.
Yeah, they were like, dude, you will not survive this. You made fun of my moonshine.
Yeah, they were callers that had been slammed by him.
Yeah.
I bet.
He was hit with 13 bullets and died on the scene.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
So it was pretty.
Yeah.
They did not want him to make it through this. So here's where it gets crazy. He was murdered by members of the Order, which is a white supremacist group. They're labeled as a neo-Nazi terrorist group.
Well, shit, you're kind of asking for that whenever you are on the radio and attacking them.
Well, I think he was not.
I mean,
when he's arguing with them, but I think that because he's an attorney, he likes jaunty back and forth conversation.
Oh no, I'm sure he does. It fuels him.
And he was looking at it as that, and they were looking at it like, you attacked my race.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. And he made them probably look so stupid,
right?
Which they are.
Right.
I mean,
and they are.
Yeah, it's easy.
And he's Jewish, so they were just like, yeah.
Oh,
right.
God.
So,
I would have never left the house. I'd have done the radio show from home.
I don't think he even thought about it.
No,
I think that he thought it was on the radio, and he walks away. They did not. They thought that he was attacking their whole race.
Oh,
right. So they took it upon themselves to defend their race.
Oh, yeah.
The Order was founded by Robert Ray Matthews. And the group believed that Berg was a threat to their cause, due to his Jewish heritage and his vocal criticism of racism and fascism.
Yeah.
The murder was premeditated and ideologically motivated. Berg was targeted because of who he was, a Jewish man with a powerful platform who regularly challenged hate groups on the air.
Yep.
So, yeah. And most people, when they tuned in, they really were listening to hear this, him churning the butter.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, keep going, dude. And they were like, yes.
Oh, so I guess if I have a radio program, I'm going to attack old ladies so I don't feel threatened, or at least.
Oh, I'm old and I'm a lady. So,
no, you don't fall in the category.
I will fuck you up. No, I'm just kidding.
You take your sweet bread and just.
I think you got to pick something. Well, I mean, you've talked about your hatred of Chihuahuas.
Oh, Chihuahua owner.
Right now.
Oh God, yeah. Had one friggin' nip me on the ankles after, and it had a whooping cough. It didn't go. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Every time it barked, and it was annoying.
Oh, it's sick.
No. Yeah,
it's an sick. Invalid Chihuahua.
Okay, we're going after Chihuahua.
Yeah. Speaking of Chihuahuas, let's go back to the order. Several members of the order were arrested in connection with a series of other violent crimes. This was not the only one.
Ooh.
This was other violent crimes, including Berg's murder.
Oh, damn.
So they were just on a crime spree, and Berg was one of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
wow. It wasn't just they got violent just for him.
So this is a gang that you do not want to fuck with. This is, I guess, so this is be like the mob.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that he wasn't thinking, I'm fucking with the mob, right?
Yeah.
Like, no one makes fun of the mob. You know that, like, they cap you.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right. So David Lane and Bruce Pierce were convicted in connection with the killing under federal racketeering or RICO charges, which again sounds like mob stuff. That's how they get the mob, RICO charges.
Right.
Although no one was ever specifically charged with murder, which I don't understand that. How did they get away with murder? No. They gunned him down.
I know. That doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there were complications in jurisdiction.
No.
On who? Get your shit together.
God.
DA.
This should be an open and shut trial. Right. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
So because they couldn't figure out which law enforcement had jurisdiction, they didn't get charged with murder, which is ridiculous. If it's RICO, it should be federal, right?
Yes.
I mean, come on. I'm not a lawyer, but I threaten.
That sounds good to me.
But I threaten white supremacists. Anyway, don't come at me, Henry Rollins. He's not a white supremacist. Yeah. He's not that. But anyway, that was a joke.
Yeah.
Berg's death served as a chilling warning about the dangers of domestic extremism, which is kind of, I mean, we're in this right now, right?
Yeah.
His story is his story inspired the 1988 film Talk Radio, directed by Oliver Stone.
I remember.
Did you see that
one? I never did see it. It's funny because if we ever talk about movies, I'll remember the box of it in Sound Warehouse.
And it had the microphone close up with the mouth up against
it.
Yeah. Kind of
so
dark
I never
studio.
saw it. Did you?
Yeah. And again, he's very intelligent, smart mouth, good back and forth, or good, pushing out dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
Totally undresses the idiots who come at him. But well written. It started off as a play, I guess. It was a theatrical play.
Oh, okay.
And then they created a movie out of it.
Oh.
Alan Berg is remembered as someone who used his voice to confront hate and ultimately paid the price for it.
Wow.
But it's pretty interesting because how did he push the envelope in such a way that caused his death? Because you think of these other ones, these shock jocks that came after him. Because
Yeah.
I think he's credited with starting some of these shock jock.
I mean, definitely with his
ways.
approach. Yeah.
Although I think where others would back down a little bit or, tap the brakes.
Right.
He didn't. He just plowed right into it.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and I mean, and he was going after a group that is kind of like
they have guns and they mad.
Organized chaos.
Right. They have tattoos and stuff.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. And they eat metal.
Right. And they're out there. They are a militia.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am militia.
And they own chihuahuas.
Right.
Yeah.
Like attack chihuahuas.
Oh God. Yeah. The kind that are the size of pit bulls.
Right.
Yeah.
And they curb people. Did you see American History X? Oh, I can't watch that. Anyway, so I think the difference between him and someone like Howard Stern, first of all, Howard Stern, when he first started, could give a rat's ass about anything that was he was just being contrary.
Yeah.
And was trying to push buttons with everyone. Alan Berg had a platform and he stood on it and fought for it against these dumbasses. And Howard Stern just fights all dumbasses.
Right. Yeah.
And actually, sometimes he is the dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
True.
He doesn't care. He was just like scatter shooting.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
And Alan Berg was very pinpoint.
He was methodical.
Yes.
I mean, he was there for a purpose to attack this one particular group and their ideology. And
attack babies. Maybe we should attack like toddlers.
That's not a bad idea.
Fuck them toddlers.
Oh,
fuck them kids.
Then they'd stand out in my yard crying during the night
with dirty diapers.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Anyone can get at us.
And like juice boxes. Stand out there with juice boxes and dirty diapers.
Yeah. You walk out on your porch and see a juice box and then they shoot you. It's the last thing you see before you're dead.
Because in Texas, babies can get guns.
Oh,
you don't even have to have your parent with you.
It just has to be visible.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have babies in bars.
Can't conceal it. Yeah.
Right. You can bring your baby to a bar.
Yeah.
You can bring your baby to a brothel. You can bring your baby to the racetrack. And you can get your baby can get its own gun.
Yeah.
Texas.
Oh, see, I know.
Babies are turning in immigrants too, those little fuckers.
Oh, they got those little immigrant meters.
Like babies like calling because they have their own phones.
Yeah.
Babies with iPhones are a menace in Texas.
Oh, they are.
They have lattes. They get lattes because they have Starbucks accounts because they have a phone.
Oh yeah.
And guns.
See.
And they will Venmo you.
They're just gathering and they're arming up. It's getting bad.
Oh my God.
They're going to be baby bunkers. We're in for some shit.
God, we're fucked here in Texas. Save us all. Oh man. You know what will really save us?
God, I bet I know. The kazoo. Yeah, I mean, it's our call for help. Oh, the great Lone Star Salute.
They had the flute and drums.
Yeah. Oh, see.
For the revolution.
Yeah.
We have kazoo.
Yeah.
For our revolution. And
that would make a great photo. Just where we're
just like everyone.
Two guys walking with kazoos.
Like a bloody headband.
Yes.
Right?
See.
Carrying the flag.
Yep. With a dead baby on the ground.
In the back. Man, don't stir up the dead baby crowd. Man, you can have the live gangs of babies, but no God. Dead babies. Ooh, especially if it's a dead fetus, they get nuts. They will come after us. They're a gang. Hey everyone, this marks the start of the Lone Star Salute.
Oh yes, where we talk about 1-star reviews about anything music. I mean, It could be shows, albums, You name it.
I got an album.
Oh, what is it?
Well, because Alan Berg really didn't make music, I picked a Colorado musician
I think that's a good way to
/
do
band.
it.
It's really one person.
Yeah.
And this is Artificial Paradise by One Republic.
Oh.
You know One Republic?
I know of them.
Lately I've been...
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's
now
one
I know
person pretty much. That guy Ryan,
Is it
whatever
really?
the fuck his name is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
One Republic.
Timothy
Okay.
Van Walk is the reviewer, and he
Okay.
says, this is the hybrid of the worst of Imagine Dragons and Maroon 5. And I read that and I was like, oh.
Ooh, yeah.
And Timothy goes on to say, this is some of the least inspired junk I've heard in recent pop. I don't think One Republic were ever a great band, but this is really terrible. I mean, the album art is already worse than anything Maroon 5 has ever had on an album cover. And they had a Snapchat heart filter on their faces, if you forgot. It just wants to be quirky and AI type bullshit. It sucks ass. While your music is so dull and isn't even interesting enough for the fucking radio, holy shit. The whole thing you can give the thing you can give Imagine Dragons is they have a decent singer at the base of their band. Do they fuck his voice up in the production? Most definitely. But when I saw live clips of Imagine Dragons, I was like, yeah, Dan can definitely sing, but I'm not convinced about Ryan.
Wow.
This guy Timothy already listens to kind of some crap music anyway.
Yeah.
Because he's in there going, I listen to Imagine Dragons. I sought out live clips. Have you? Have you ever sought out live clips?
I can't.
Same.
I can gladly say I haven't.
I have never.
And that's bad to get a 1-star from someone who likes that music.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
That's like...
And knows what Maroon 5's album cover looks like.
Yeah.
Like, in case I forgot, I was like, I didn't even know.
No.
I had to go and look. And I was like, oh, you're right.
Oh.
Stop
I know.
it now.
See, we have to research just to understand some of these bands they're bringing up.
I don't know what he's talking about.
We're so old.
Yuck.
We're like,
I know One Republic song though. I know Counting Stars.
See,
right?
And when you sang that,
You've heard
clicked to it. Okay,
right.
yeah.
And I know Maroon 5 songs.
Yeah.
I probably know an Imagine Dragons song, but I don't know what their album art looks like. And I don't seek out live shows.
Yeah. See, we're in that era. I think another era was like the late 90s, 2000s, where you know the band's name, but you can't tell what the hell they sang.
Because they all are kind of the same.
Yeah. And then when you hear the song, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
that.
We're kind of getting back into that, it seems. So, or we're just ignorant to
It's been going on for a long time. Is it TikTok that's fucking everything up?
Could be. I mean, because it seems like there's a lot of
them Tic Tacs over there. That Chinese Tic Tacs.
Oh yeah, them Tic Tackers are fucking things up.
Sorry, what do you got?
So I've got, this is kind of thinking of Casey Kasem doing the Shaggy voice.
Yes.
So I have a 1-star review of the DVD Scooby-Doo and Kiss Rock and Roll Mystery.
What?
Yeah.
It's a movie?
It was a movie that came out.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So this one, the title of it is Daughter Disliked Intensely. So it goes on to say, this is the only Scooby-Doo movie or DVD out of all the many different incarnations, versions or compilations out there that my daughter disliked intensely. And trust me, she has watched them all. I did not watch more than a few minutes. It looked pretty awful to me too. And I have nothing against Kiss either. Now, throwing out this one other one, because there was another great review that's called Indecent. And they go on to say about the same DVD, Would have been a fun movie had the witch not been so improperly clothed.
Really?
Even our 7-year-old had the good sense to look away each time she appeared. Near pornography. This is supposed to be a children's show.
Have you pulled it up to look?
I
really want to see a picture of the witch.
I know, I did. I don't have the image here.
What is she wearing?
It was almost like the kind of woman that was in heavy metal.
Yeah.
But put a lot more around her breasts and things like that.
So she was
so it was kind of like a
buxom?
bikini top kind of, yes, and flowing hair, but not near
Because
exposed.
if you think about the other Scooby-Doos, I'm calling them all Scooby-Doos. Who are the Veronica?
Oh, Veronica and Velma.
And yeah, they weren't buxom.
No.
But guys loved them. Or probably not Velma so much, but
Veronica, Velma's the kind that would take it in all.
She would do whatever.
Yeah, she would.
Was down.
Yeah, she was kind of like the librarian.
You've thought about this way too much. But they weren't buxom.
Yeah.
Just like Freddie didn't have like large junk.
No. No.
But I'm guessing that Kiss in this had cod pieces.
Oh God, you know it.
So they have the witch, the buxom witch, and cod pieces. And little kids are just trying to watch Scooby-Doo.
Isn't that just an interruption into good wholesome showing? Oh,
that's freaking funny.
But yeah, leave it to Kiss to decide to be on a movie with Scooby-Doo.
Well,
why doesn't that surprise
How
me?
did they go from the Globetrotters to Kiss?
Right.
Because the Globetrotters were in everything. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, and that was, Curly and whoever the other.
Yeah. Meadowlark Lemon.
Yes.
Yeah. And they would show up like in the Flintstones.
Oh, yeah.
Like everything. And they would like be spinning giant stone.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So they would show up in every single cartoon because the Globetrotters.
Yeah.
And can you imagine if the Kiss showed up in the Flintstones?
Oh, God. Sometimes it's just stretching it.
They should put them on everything. The live action shows would have. That would have been awesome.
Now
HR Puff and stuff. And then you put Kiss in there.
Oh, or have Kiss get on the Love Boat or Fantasy Island.
That would. I would watch
and then
that.
Tattoo would dress up as a little Kiss.
Can we AI this?
We might be able to.
Tattoo's a huge Kiss fan.
Yeah. Yes, the plane.
Right. And what nobody knows is the reason why he's so popular is his tongue. Tattoo's tongue.
Oh my God, he and Gene have a tongue contest.
Oh my God. They breathe fire.
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh, and speaking of DVD porn, it's the happy ending.
What?
Woo, man.
Yeah.
$1.99 Ben. Oh yeah.
This is an extremely happy one.
It really has.
Oh, actually, it's not, is it?
Well, if we base it on Scooby-Doo, it is. But from what we talked about before, Scooby-Doo kind of overshadowed it with joy.
Scooby-Doo's joyful, and the death of Casey Kasem and
Alan Berg.
Alan Berg is just kind of sad.
Yeah, those, such major players in the music industry, and then they go out like that.
Right. And no one gets charged with Alan Berg's murder. That's the thing that's most disheartening to me.
That is not a happy
they get away with it. That feels, maybe this isn't a happy.
It almost makes me think that they were afraid to prosecute.
I think so.
Because,
a lot of people in law enforcement are kind of wearing the hood. Right?
Yeah.
It's proven that they believe in that crap.
Oh, yeah.
So, maybe it's some of that.
You could be right. It was hitting home for them.
It's the cops again. Woo! Once again, coppers.
I'm telling you, the songs have been written about
Always drive the speed limit.
5 miles under.
Right. Always drive the speed limit.
Don't give them a reason.
Yeah. Don't ever flip them off anymore.
Anymore. A lesson learned.
Oh, I used to. God, I was such an idiot. Anyway, don't do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, happy ending.
Yeah, the stuff we talked about is documented.
There's no jackalopes.
No, everything is legit on this. It's crazy as it is.
Look it up. I think it's pretty cool. Everyone should go and watch Talk Radio because it's actually a really good movie.
I will.
Won a bunch of awards.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like a reward.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you everyone for listening. Please follow the links on our show notes to find us on all the socials.
Definitely like, subscribe, rate, leave us reviews on Apple Podcast, anywhere you get your podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We're going to be messing with live. So
yeah, start looking for that.
Be nice to us. Don't attack us like a Jewish lawyer about how this
Jewish radio
going.
Lawyer.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be doing some fun with that. A lot of stuff going on.
A lot. So. And please join us next time as we question, is it real or is it a jackalope tail?
Or is it green boots?
Green boots. You know you're close to the summit if you pass by green boots.
Oh, okay.
Green boots stop to rest. And you never stop.
They can't move
weather.
Green boots then. It's kind of I know.
When you talk about green boots, you got to whisper.
Green boots.
What are Sherpas? Boots. I was trying to think of what those people are that help you up the mountains. They're Sherpas, right?
Okay, I think you're right. You're right.
Mount Everest.
Okay,
I'm going up there one day. No, I'm not.
No.
Have you seen they?
We'll do a broadcast from Mount Everest,
right? And I will be sitting next to Green Boot, shivering, going, "This is my time. It's my time." To me, Mount Everest has become trash mountain.
Yeah,
because everyone leaves their shit on it because you can't bring it down. So white American tourists who think they can hike real good, hire a Sherpa and expensive North Face gear, and they start. They're like, "I'm going to go walk in the snow," and they go up there and they're going, "Oh, this is where I'm dying." And they leave all their shit.
So you could find some antiques maybe up there.
You know what? I didn't think about that. Yeah. But do you want a dead man's thermos?
And it wouldn't have been cleaned out. Yeah.
But there's no microorganisms or anything up there because they can't live.
Too cold. Okay.
Right. You bring it down though.
Oh.
Maybe you have something.
Bring it down a notch.
Right. Yeah. Maybe you can make like another dire wolf like they're making from the DNA.
Oh, yeah. See? You can grab some stuff, DNA up there and create it back down.
Recreate your dad that died on the mountain 35 years ago. And he's younger than you now when you
Yeah.
This is my dad, and I recreated his DNA from we did the toe scraping.
Maybe that's what they did with Frankie Valley. Yeah, this will be the episode after our discussion of Frankie Valley, so it'll make sense.
You should all listen.
Okay.
And just for the people who fall asleep listening, we're not going to make fart noises this time.
No, we'll come up with something else. But you got to listen to it at the end.
I don't know what that was.
Wake up to that.
It sounds moist.
Oh, there you go. The witch on the DVD.
Moister than an oyster. I saw that on a shirt. Who wears that?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, go to Trab Shack wearing that. No, I can't wear that shirt out. I don't know. It'd be funny if I did.
Yes.
Moister than an oyster.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, appreciate you all. And we'll be putting out another one.
Yeah. Thanks for getting us to the lives.
Yes, thank you. But keep it coming. We don't want to fall back under.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll have
That's
some
just plain
important good
embarrassing.
news soon, too.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
all sorts of good news.
We're talking.
We
to some
always have
people.
good news.
We're
Yeah.
talking to people.
Our people are calling other people.
So hopefully something happens.
Right. There's going to be some stuff.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
Oh,
All right.
I'm excited.
Thank you, guys. Stay
Moister
alive.
than an oyster. Yeah.
Stay moister than an oyster, everybody.
All right. Bye, everybody.